Okay, so I took it off the four post and I put it back on the scissor lift, and this thing looks slammed. I mean, Teslas do slam, not on all suspensions, because there's been some known issues with some suspension brands where the front end does not drop low enough. Clearly not the case for our suspension. That's what happens when you research stuff. But this thing basically lay in frame. I love how it looks. You know, these Teslas are amazing, but not from the factory. They do need air suspension, and it's just amazing how they drop. So we're going to continue on. Everything is ran. The suspension is in. The lines are in. I started working on the electrical wiring. For those curious as to where you would run the power into the engine bay if you're doing a frunk setup, there's a grommet right below the coolant lines that are there. There's a grommet there. As you guys can see, the wiring harness is going into there, which is the black thing there. It's braided, or I put electrical sheath on it just so it looks nice and clean in the engine bay. And it goes into the relay over there, which is just hidden underneath. I have to clean this up. Obviously, this is not going to be it's not going to stay like that, so we're going to clean it up. Running grounds for the two compressors. You want to have a nice separate ground, at least 10 gauge wire for the compressors. And I like using the butt connectors just because it makes it quick and easy to disconnect. I ran the ground for the other compressor off here, and off the relay, which is the relay is 120 amp. We have two sort of spade connectors that are going to connect. Obviously I don't want them touching. They're going to connect up into the power of the two compressors, and it's going to power everything up. The main wiring harness, I kind of made it really nice here. I'm running a blade style fuse, 120 amp fuse, just because you want to make sure that everything is hunky-dory. If there is some kind of a short or heat up, obviously this is a metal piece, so anytime anything this would burn, it would just ground itself off. So it's fine. In case of fail safe or issues. I made a little notch from the positive battery wire that goes into here, but I kind of like these blades, easy to remove and change. So if you want to change the blade fuse or whatever, you can always pop the frunk up. So we're going to clean this up. These are going to go inside the frunk. I haven't really started working on the frunk yet. We are going to be doing something custom. We're going to be doing a nice base that I'm going to be putting it in, and we're going to start on that in just a minute. But I just kind of wanted to show you guys how these things slam, and it looks marvelous. So definitely, if I ever get a Tesla, the first mod I'm going to do is going to be air suspension. So no doubt, I mean, being an air guy. But so far so good. Everything is there. Ground goes into there, so nice and clean. We're going to clean it up. Plenty of space to work on. Obviously this is messy right now, so don't mind the mess. And we'll continue going. All right, so I started working on the front setup, kind of mocking it out right now, and this is going to be the bottom plate. The owner wants it to be wrapped in marble, so this is sort of a base to it. I'm going to wrap the base. The base is made out of aluminum paneling. So it'll be a nice rigid base, and then what I'm going to do is, once I have it all mocked out, I'll be able to put it up. We remove the labels because the owner wants teal Vire logos on them, so I'm going to cut those out and apply them once I mock it all up. This is sort of just an idea. The tank is going to go in there, and the manifold is going to go in here. We're going to run the lines underneath, or run the lines to the back. Kind of play around with it. We'll see how it'll turn out. I'll arrange it and do some hard lines, and it'll look good.